Let's cut the noise. If you've been chasing money, grinding nonstop, jumping from one hustle to the next, and you're still broke, frustrated, and mentally fried, I've got news for you. You're chasing the wrong thing. Money isn't the target. It's the side effect. It's the shadow of who you become. Real wealth, it's not found in bank accounts. It's built in identity, discipline, service, and skills. And that's what this audiobook is about. It's called Money is a Byproduct for a reason, because when you stop chasing the cash and start building the core, the money shows up almost like magic. Not overnight, but predictably. This isn't a fluff-filled motivational speech. This is a reality check, backed by neuroscience, case studies, and the patterns of high performers who earn more by becoming more. You'll learn how to rewire your mindset, build rare skills, develop powerful habits, and serve the world in a way that gets rewarded. We'll walk through the 10 truths that separate people who struggle financially from those who attract money without begging for it. Listen with focus. Take notes. Pause when it hits. And at the end of each section, I'll challenge you to take action, not next week, not someday, but immediately. That's the deal. This is your mentor in your ear. Let's start shifting your mind from get rich to get valuable. And trust me, the money will follow. Are you ready to dive in? Because truth number 1 is going to shift everything. Let's go. If you think being rich is about the money, you're dead wrong. There are 2 types of people in this world. Those who think winning the lottery will make them happy, and those who think finding oil money in their backyard will change their life. They dream of a huge mansion, a fleet of luxury cars, and an endless supply of caviar. But guess what? They couldn't be more delusional. Real wealth, it's not measured in material things or bank balances. It's a reflection of your identity, your character, and the value you bring to the world. When you become wealthy, everything else follows. It's not about the money. It's about becoming. And that's where this journey begins. So are you ready to become wealthy? Because if you are, let's keep going. Let me ask you something straight. Have you ever worked your ass off for something, and the money still didn't come? You tried the business. You posted every day. You even bought the online course. But the cash? Still not flowing. Why? Because chasing money is like chasing your own shadow. The more you chase it, the more it slips through your fingers. There's a harsh truth you need to face. People don't pay you because you want money. They pay you because you solve problems, offer value, and show up with something they can't ignore. Think about it. When was the last time you paid someone simply because they wanted something badly? Probably never. You see, money is a means to an end. It's the reward for providing value in the world. And if you chase money directly, you're more likely to end up empty-handed. Let's take social media, for example. You post every day because you want more followers and maybe some nice comments. But guess what? Your brain is wired for short-term dopamine hits. It's obsessed with fast rewards, clicks, likes, sales, applause. Those little hits of dopamine make you feel good instantly. But money follows delayed gratification, long-term thinking, and uncomfortable skill building. Those 2 systems are at war. And if you feed the dopamine system, you'll lose the battle. Real-world example. Look at 2 paths. One leads to Mike Tyson. Explosive success early. Millions. But no structure, no self-control. Burned through 400 million. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Kobe Bryant, on the other hand, obsessed with skill, discipline, respect for the long game. Built a billion-dollar empire after retirement. Who do you want to be? When you chase money directly, you underprice to get clients. You say yes to the wrong projects. You build things no one wants. You become reactive, desperate, and emotionally drained. That's what happens when you chase money directly. Now let's explore what happens when you chase mastery instead. This is where the magic happens. When you focus on becoming great at what you do, when you obsess over solving problems and providing value, the money follows. It's like that old saying, the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. Except here, battle means competition and success means getting paid what you're worth. Here's the key. Don't think of money as the goal. Think of it as the side effect of providing massive value in the world. When you operate from this mindset, people seek you, not the other way around. You charge what you're worth. You operate from calm, not chaos. And you build something real, sustainable, and free. Free to be you and me. Stop chasing money and start chasing mastery. Stop chasing validation and start chasing impact. Here's a mini call to action. Right now, write this sentence down. I do not chase money. I chase value. The reward will find me. Say it out loud. Own it. You've just taken the first step to rewiring the story. It's easy to get caught up in the rat race, to chase money because we think it'll bring us happiness, freedom, or success. But the truth is, it's only a means to an end. If you want to truly win the game, you have to play by different rules. Rules that prioritize mastery, impact, and delayed gratification. So I challenge you, right now, to stop chasing money and start chasing something bigger than yourself. Start chasing something that makes you lose yourself in the flow, that makes you forget about the clock, that gives you goosebumps just thinking about it. Because when you chase something that big, something that meaningful, the money will follow. Section 2. The real currency: skills, value, and impact. You know how much we love money. We all want it. We all chase it. But let me be blunt. Money doesn't respect desire. It respects value. You can want it. You can dream it. You can even visualize it. But unless you bring something useful, rare, or impactful to the table, the money isn't coming. Here's the shift most people never make. Crossmark old script. I need to make money. White heavy checkmark new script. I need to become someone whose skills are worth paying for. So here's a question for you. What's your currency? Forget paper. Forget Bitcoin. Forget shiny things. In today's economy, the real currencies are 1. Rare skills. What can you do that few others can? 2. Clear value. What problem do you solve without excuses? And 3. Positive impact. Does your work make someone's life better, faster, easier, stronger? Master those 3. Money becomes a natural side effect. Let's look at a case study. There was a broke artist. He knew how to write, but couldn't sell. Instead of begging for clients, he locked in and learned direct response copywriting, the skill of writing words that sell. He stopped posting quotes on Instagram. He built landing pages that made companies millions. In 2 years, he went from $12 an hour to charging $25,000 per project. Why? Because his words moved markets. That's value. Reality check. If you're broke, the world is telling you you're not solving a painful enough problem. If you're stuck, ask yourself, is my skill rare? Is it needed? Would I pay for it? Brutal? Maybe. Useful? Absolutely. Which brings us to practical. What makes a skill valuable? You want to make money. The skill needs to 1. Solve urgent, expensive problems: marketing, health, business growth, coding, etc. 2. Compound over time. The better you get, the more leverage it gives, e.g., video editing YouTube agency. 3. To be delivered with consistency and quality. And here's a framework to find that skill. Let's say you like design, or fitness, or storytelling. You want money? Turn your interest into an asset. Learn the market, learn what clients pay for, and learn how to package, present, and sell what you know. Your obsession plus market need equals value. Think about it. When you help other people, when you provide value, you open the door for them to pay you. It's a win-win situation. They get the solution they need, and you get the money you want. So here's a mini call to action. Write down 3 skills you have or want to build that could solve real problems. Example: skill, video editing, problem solved. Businesses need viral content value. I turn boring products into scroll-stopping videos. That one sentence is pure gold. It's a skill plus impact plus result. Now, how do you deliver on that promise? How do you edit those videos? That's a topic for another video. But for now, remember this. I create value. The money is just the receipt. Section 3. Discipline over desire. The invisible engine. Let's get this straight. Desire wants it now. Discipline builds it forever. That rush you feel when you see a car ad or a lifestyle video or someone making millions on YouTube, that's dopamine, not destiny. Desire is loud, urgent, emotional. But discipline, that's quiet, invisible, boring as hell, yet powerful as hell. The science: dopamine says, buy the course. Discipline says, finish the course. Dopamine says, start a business. Discipline says, build it brick by brick when no one is clapping. The people who win in the real world, they don't do what feels good now. They do what compounds later. Real life example. Most people start a YouTube channel or a business for 2 weeks. No views, no sales, they quit. They were fueled by desire, not discipline. Now look at someone like Mr. Beast. He posted videos for years with 0 traction. But he had systems. He studied the craft. Discipline made him a billionaire, not motivation. Here's the truth bomb. If you only take action when you feel like it, you're screwed. The world doesn't pay for intention. It pays for execution. If you want the life you say you do, stop saying you'll do it tomorrow, next week, next month. Do it today. And if you can't do it today, then you don't want it enough. How to build the discipline engine. First, daily standards, not emotion-based plans. Don't plan your day based on how you feel. Plan based on non-negotiables. For example, I write 500 words daily. Period. You do this daily, regardless of how you feel. Second, environment triggers behavior. Your brain follows cues. If your phone is beside your bed, guess what wins in the morning? Not your goals. Remove distractions. Design your environment to nudge you towards what you should be doing. Third, track. Don't just try. Use a habit tracker. Journal. Metrics equal motivation. Without measurement, discipline dies quietly. Story. There was a guy who wanted to lose weight. Tried every diet, every workout. Nothing stuck. So what changed? He stopped trying to get fit and made one daily rule. I walk 10,000 steps every day, no matter what. 6 months later, 30 pounds down. Why? Because discipline scales. Emotion doesn't. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress. Every time you choose the quiet power of discipline over the loud temptation of desire, you compound your advantage. You build your invisible engine. Fourth, master your mind. Our thoughts control our actions. If you think, I can't do this, guess what? You won't. Replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. For example, instead of, I'm so unmotivated, say, I'm exactly where I need to be. It's part of the process. Visualize success. See yourself crushing it. This isn't being cocky. It's confidence. Fifth, know your why. Why do you want those goals? What's the purpose? Write it down. Keep it visible. This is your North Star. When desire pulls you off course, bring you back to your purpose. Sixth, discipline is a choice, not a trait. Anyone can force themselves to do hard things. It's a skill. You can learn it. We all have the same 24 hours. What you do with them is the difference. Start small, but be consistent. Small habits, big results. Seventh, stop multitasking. Focus on one thing at a time. Give it your full attention. Quality over quantity. One great result beats 10 mediocre ones. Eighth, reward yourself, but not with donuts. Dopamine treats us like lab rats. Every like, comment, or DM activates that reward center in our brain. It's instant gratification. Don't chase it. Instead, reward yourself with what matters. Celebrate milestones, but don't use donuts as motivation. Ninth, accept that there will be days when you just don't feel like it. That's normal. It's okay. Just get through those days. Show up anyway. The more you practice, the easier it gets. 10th, remember, hustle is not discipline. Hustle is chaotic. Discipline is predictable. Hustle is loud. Discipline is quiet power. If you want freedom, stop burning out. Build rituals instead. Here's your mini call to action. Pick one habit that would make you unstoppable if done daily. Just one. Now ask yourself, can I do this for 90 days no matter how I feel? If the answer is yes, lock it in. Discipline just became your superpower. Section 4. Mindset over money. Internal before external. Now, I could give you all the tactics and strategies in the world, but if you don't have the right mindset, it won't matter. So this is a big topic, and I want to cover 3 main points in this section. Number 1, you're not broke because of your bank account. You're broke because of how you think. So let me say it again. Your bank account doesn't define your wealth. Your identity does. For example, when you meet someone who earns $70K a year, most of us think, wow, that's a great salary. But really, if they live paycheck to paycheck, they're not wealthy. We confuse money with wealth. They might even have high credit card debt. They might not have an emergency fund. They might be living for today, not thinking about tomorrow. When it comes to money, there's a difference between your income, your expenses, and your net worth. In other words, how much you make, how much you spend, and how much you have left over. Now, take some time right now to reflect on your own financial identity. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Do you have savings? Do you have debt? Take some time right now to reflect on your own financial identity. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Do you have savings? Do you have debt? Which leads us to point number 2. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. For example, when someone says, I want to be rich, but their identity is that they're a small-time thinker, they'll never get rich. It's impossible. Or here's another example. You tell yourself, I want to save $10,000, but your identity is that you're a spender, not a saver. So you'll never save $10,000. Why? Because most people try to get rich while secretly believing they're not worthy, not smart enough, or not lucky like others. And this is a problem. Now I'll tell you something that changed my life. Your mindset is the operating system. If you believe, I'm bad with money, rich people are greedy, making money is hard and complicated, then no tactic, strategy, or book will help you long term. You'll sabotage it subconsciously, repeatedly. Let me share with you the story of a friend. He makes 6 figures a year. He has a great job, but he spends all his money on things that don't matter. Why? Because his operating system is broken. He was raised to believe that money is evil. His mom always said, "Don't trust anyone who's rich." So whenever he got close to hitting a milestone, he would panic and blow it all. It took years for him to realize this was his operating system. And once he did, he started working on it and his wealth started growing. Point number 3. Most people have a cycle of mental poverty. Here's how it goes. First, you feel scarcity. There's not enough to go around. Second, you act small. You get small results. And third, that proves your belief and the loop continues. This isn't your fault. Society programmed you this way. But guess what? You can reprogram it. So here's a thought exercise. Think about the last time you got into a fight. What was your role in it? Did you attack first? Did you defend yourself? Did you walk away? Your role in fights tells you how you do in arguments, negotiations, and business. So take some time right now to think about the last 3 fights you had. What was your role in each of them? Now, knowing your role, ask yourself, is this helpful? Is this constructive? Is this getting me closer to my goal? If not, what do I need to do differently? Now look at the big picture. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Do you see yourself in the same place or somewhere better? Now, if you want more, you must do things differently. So here's a new lens to look through, a new identity to adopt. Reframe, I build wealth because I'm useful. When you stop seeing money as luck or manipulation and start seeing it as energy exchanged for value, everything changes. Let me explain. If you help someone lose 30 pounds, they pay you. If you build a tool that saves 100 hours, people buy it. If your words inspire change, your content gets rewarded. It's not magic. It's value transfer. I know a refugee who came to a new country with nothing, no connections, no cash, no degree. But he learned one phrase early. If I solve big problems, I'll never go hungry. So he focused on learning valuable skills, coding, then sales, then leadership. 10 years later, he runs a $10 million business. He didn't chase the money. He chased usefulness. And that's mindset mastery. When you wake up every morning with the mission to add value to the world, money becomes a byproduct. Listen to that again. When you wake up every morning with the mission to add value to the world, money becomes a byproduct. Now, here's a mini call to action for you. Number 1, right now, write down 3 thoughts about money that limit you. Then reframe them like this. You can use the template I have on screen right now. Old belief, new identity, thought. I'm not good with money. I learn fast and apply faster. I wasn't born rich. I'm building a legacy from scratch. Money is hard to get. Money flows where I create value. Tape that paper to your mirror. Read it daily. Number 2, record a 15-second voice note of your new identity. Play it every morning out loud. Every day for 30 days. Your brain believes what it hears repeatedly. You're not faking it. You're training it. Section 5, Environment. The hidden millionaire filter. Here's the truth no one tells you. Your environment is either building your dreams or blocking them. I know you think money comes from hard work, talent, and skills, but I've interviewed hundreds of millionaires and studied thousands more. And here's what I can tell you. Money also comes from the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the places you hang out. If you're surrounded by negativity, scarcity, and small thinking, you'll never grow. If your environment isn't pushing you to rise, you'll stay stuck. Your brain is designed to mirror what it sees. If you hang out with people who complain about their jobs, who don't invest in their personal growth, and who waste their time on distractions, guess what you'll become? Your surroundings don't just influence you. They program your thinking. If you want to become a millionaire, you must first immerse yourself in a millionaire environment. That means who you spend time with, what you consume, and where you spend time. Who you spend time with, successful people who push you to level up. What you consume, books, podcasts, courses, people who expand your thinking. Where you spend time, in spaces that trigger growth, not comfort. High-value people don't want to waste time with low-value environments. They intentionally design their spaces for success. Let me share a story. A young entrepreneur, let's call him Alex, was broke and burned out. He hung out with the wrong crowd, always hustling, but never seeing the results he wanted. Everyone around him was focused on quick money and instant gratification. They'd say things like, "Dude, you gotta hit the club tonight. Forget about that side hustle." Or, "Why work when you can chill?" But deep down, Alex knew he was capable of more. He just needed a different energy. Then one day, his mindset shifted. He decided to cut the toxic influences out of his life. He started reading books on entrepreneurship. He attended seminars, and he connected with successful entrepreneurs. Within a year, his income skyrocketed from $30,000 to $1 million. It wasn't just the skills he learned. It was the energy around him that lit a fire. When you put yourself in the right environment, it pushes you to become better. Now, here's how to create your millionaire environment. Step number 1, find mentors, not friends. Surround yourself with people who elevate you. Who are the 5 most successful people you know? Is there anyone who's achieved what you want in life? Connect with them, learn from them, and be around them more. Step 2, protect your time like it's gold. Are there people in your inner circle who always want to gossip or waste time? Maybe they're always on social media, or they invite you to parties when you should be working. You must be ruthless about protecting your time. Say no to people. Say no to activities that don't align with your goals. Cut out social media if it's draining your energy. Remember, time is your most valuable resource. Don't waste it. Step 3, your space should reflect your future, not your past. Take a look at your workspace. Is it messy or organized? Does it inspire you or drain you? Look at your bedroom, your living space. Do they reflect the kind of life you want to live? If not, it's time for a change. Rearrange your furniture, declutter your mind, and create a space that aligns with your goals. Here's the reality check. The environment you're in today is where you'll be tomorrow. If you want to build wealth, surround yourself with wealth-building energy. And remember this, you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. Section 6. The Money Mindset Shift. Turning Problems into Profits. I'm gonna drop a truth bomb on you that most people never realize until it's too late. Problems are the secret door to profits. The universe, the world, it doesn't give you money for being a good person or for working hard. That's a myth. You gotta be smart. The way to wealth is not about avoiding problems. It's about turning them into profits. And this is a mindset shift that will change everything for you. There are 2 types of people in this world. Those who complain about problems and those who solve them. And guess which group makes the money? It's not the whiny ones. So here's the deal. When you shift your mindset from "why me" to "how can I turn this into something valuable?", you unlock the ability to monetize problems. You see, the world isn't short on problems. It's short on solutions. There are problems everywhere. Take health problems. People are always looking to get fit, lose weight, improve their health. That's a problem. And businesses related to fitness, supplements, health coaching, they thrive because they solve that problem. Business problems. Every business owner out there is facing challenges. They need more sales, better marketing, increased profits. These are problems. And that's why consultants and advisors make fortunes helping businesses solve these problems. Tech problems. Look around. In every industry, there are inefficiencies caused by outdated systems or processes. These are problems, and developers are paid big bucks to come in and solve those problems with software or apps. Let me put it bluntly. The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. So here's your blueprint for turning problems into profits. Number 1, identify real problems. Here's what you do. Look around you. What are people complaining about? What are they spending money on to fix their issues? Talk to folks, observe their lives, and then ask yourself, how can I solve that problem for them? Or how can I make their lives easier, more efficient, more enjoyable? Next, you package your solution. Can you create an ebook on it? An online course? A piece of software to help automate a process? Can you offer coaching or consulting services? Maybe you can create a membership community around it. Think about what form your solution can take. Can it be a product or a service? Can it be delivered once, or can it be part of a membership that provides ongoing value? And finally, test and improve. Start small. Solve the problem for one person. Get feedback, then scale. If it doesn't work, pivot. Go back to the drawing board and adjust your approach. This is the lean startup principle in action. Now let me share a real-world example. This guy, Jeff, was struggling with his fitness. He joined gyms, bought workout programs, but nothing seemed to work for him. But instead of complaining about not having a workout program that suited him, he took action. He created his own program, solved his own problem, and then he started offering it to others. Today, he runs a 7-figure fitness coaching business, and he's helped countless people transform their bodies. His problem was the seed. His solution became his income. Now let's look at another example. This man was constantly forgetting tasks. He needed to buy groceries, pay bills, schedule appointments. He tried to do lists, but they weren't helpful. Instead of letting this problem stress him out, he came up with a simple app that would help him remember his tasks. He shared it with friends and family, and soon they were all using it. As the app grew, so did its functionality. Eventually, he had millions of users. Companies wanted to buy the app from him. And guess what? He sold it for $50 million. His problem was the seed. His app, the solution, turned into profit. Here's the key takeaway. When you see a problem, don't panic. Don't think, why me? Instead, think, how can I solve this? And who else can benefit from my solution? And what's my edge in delivering this? So here's a practical tip for you. The next time something goes wrong in your life or business, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, how can I solve this? Who else needs this solution? What's my edge in delivering this? If you can answer those questions, you've got a blueprint for a profitable business. This might sound like a shift in thinking, and it is. It's a move from scarcity to abundance. When you face problems, don't see them as obstacles. View them as opportunities. Problems are the raw materials of business. It's your job to refine them into valuable solutions. Now I want you to take a moment to do a little exercise. Right now, take 3 problems you've encountered in the last month. Write them down. For each problem, ask yourself, how could I solve this for myself and others? What would people pay for this solution? Once you have your answers, pick one problem and start creating. You can create an ebook, a video course, a template, or even just a post on social media. Start small. Take action. Remember, the biggest profits come from solving the biggest problems. So if you want to make real money, shift your mindset. Turn problems into profits. Don't just complain about problems. Solve them. You're not a victim. You're a creator. You have the power to shape your financial future. Section 7. The power of compounding. Here's the cold, hard truth. Wealth is not built in a day. It's built in daily consistent actions. You're probably familiar with the concept of compound interest, but most people don't fully understand how it applies to everything. Compounding isn't just for investments. It's for skills, habits, relationships, and your wealth. In this section, we're going to dive into what I call the compound effect: small actions, big results. So buckle up, because we're about to explore how consistently taking small steps can lead to extraordinary results. The compound effect: small actions, big results. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine saving just $10 a day, every single day. It doesn't sound like much, right? If you invest in learning a skill for just 30 minutes a day, imagine how much more expert you'll be in a year. If you focus on growing 1% each day in your business, after a year, you'll be 37x better than when you started. Real life example. A friend of mine, John, was a struggling photographer. He was spending hours editing photos, but his images weren't really getting any traction. He wanted to learn how to edit like the pros, but he was stuck in the trenches trying to make a living. He decided to spend 1 hour a day mastering photo editing and learning new techniques. At first, it was tough. He felt like he was neglecting his business, but he stuck with it. 1 year later, he went from barely scraping by to charging premium rates and booking clients months in advance. That 1 hour every day wasn't much, but the results compounded. It was the accumulation of small, focused actions. The power of micro-commitments. Most successful people aren't superhuman. They're just addicted to showing up. They're addicted to compounding results. They show up day after day, stacking small actions like bricks until they have a whole building of success. The key insight here is simple. If you commit to taking one small step today, and one tomorrow, and one the next day, In 5 years, you'll be so far ahead, people will think you had a lucky break. But you won't. You'll know it was the compounding. Think of a successful person you admire. Chances are they didn't become successful overnight. They put in the reps, day after day, year after year. And the beautiful thing is you can do the same. It's not about being perfect. It's about progress. Wealth in action. Let's look at a few areas where you can start implementing the power of compounding right now. Reading. Let's say you read 10 pages a day. At the end of the year, that's 3,650 pages. Investing. If you invest just $50 a week, even in small amounts, your money will compound into something substantial over time. Health and fitness. Dedicate 20 minutes a day to working out or practicing mindfulness. In 5 years, you'll have over 300 extra hours of fitness or mental clarity. Relationships. Spending quality time with loved ones can be as simple as having a 10-minute conversation over coffee. The small investment of time can yield significant returns in your emotional well-being. Skills. Dedicate 15 minutes a day to learning a new language, a musical instrument, or a software program. In 5 years, you'll have significantly advanced your skill set. Leveraging compounding for wealth. So how can you leverage the power of compounding to build wealth? Here are a few key tips. 1. Small, consistent actions over time. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about consistency. Small steps consistently taken lead to big results. 2. Spend 10 minutes each day investing in yourself, your skills, or your business. Focus on micro goals that lead to macro success. For example, instead of setting a goal to launch a successful online business in 1 year, break it down into smaller goals. Spend 10 minutes learning about digital marketing, 10 minutes researching e-commerce platforms, and 10 minutes exploring potential products to sell. These small, consistent actions will compound over time, leading you closer to your larger goal. 3. Automate the process. Set up automatic savings or automate learning so that the work compounds itself. For example, set up an automatic transfer of $50 from your checking account to your savings account each month. Or schedule emails from a productivity app that send you daily prompts to spend 10 minutes on a specific skill or task. 4. Start now. The most powerful part of compounding is starting. Don't let the fear of not being able to do everything hold you back. Just get started with whatever you can. You can always adjust course as you go. Mini call to action. Think of one small habit or action you can start today that will compound over time. Is it saving a small percentage of your income? Is it reading 10 pages of a book each day? Is it learning a new skill or tool for 15 minutes daily? Whatever it is, start right now. Take one step. Commit to showing up consistently. The power of compounding is on your side. Are you ready to unleash it? Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. This is Section 8, the psychology of wealth, unlocking your millionaire mindset. Now, here's the truth you need to grasp right now. Your mindset is either your biggest asset or your biggest liability. If you think like a millionaire, act like a millionaire, and believe like a millionaire, you'll be one. But if your mind is still stuck in scarcity, lack, or victim mentality, the world will reflect that back to you. The difference between those who attract wealth and those who don't isn't always luck. It's psychology. Now, I want you to get this. Wealthy people don't see money the same way most people do. They believe that money is a tool, a means to an end, not the end itself. Poor mindsets. I don't have enough. I can't afford that. There's never enough to go around. Wealthy mindsets. There's always a way to make more. Money flows to where there's value. I can create wealth, not just get it. The mindset of abundance drives behavior in the right direction. Now, here's a mind-blowing truth. Your self-worth and your net worth are directly connected. If you don't feel worthy of wealth, you'll unconsciously block opportunities. Here's how this works. If you feel deserving, you'll charge what you're worth. If you feel small or unworthy, you'll undercharge and settle for less. Millionaires have a healthy relationship with money. They know their worth. They see money as a tool to serve their purpose. Now, let me tell you a story. There was a guy named Marcus. He was a brilliant engineer who started a software company. For the first few years, he did okay, but his income was modest. He dreamed of hitting 7 figures, but he couldn't quite get there. He felt like he was destined to live paycheck to paycheck forever. Then one day, he had a revelation. He realized that his fear of success was actually holding him back. He was afraid of being labeled greedy or selfish if he made too much money. So he shifted his mindset. He started seeing money as energy. He said to himself, when you build something that serves others, wealth is the natural outcome. Once he embraced this idea, everything changed. He began to charge what his services were actually worth. And guess what happened? His business exploded. He went from struggling to make ends meet to having multiple offers on the table, all because he changed his mindset about money. Now, this is a true story, by the way, and it reflects a powerful truth. Your thoughts about money shape your reality. Let me share another mind-blowing fact with you. Studies show that your thoughts create your beliefs create your behaviors create your results. In other words, your thoughts shape your destiny. If you want to become a millionaire, you must first believe you're worthy of it. You must drop the scarcity mindset, the belief that there isn't enough money to go around. Instead, embrace an abundance mindset. See opportunities everywhere. Understand that money flows to where it's valued and that you can always create more wealth. Now, here's some food for thought. Money doesn't care about your past. It doesn't care where you came from, how much you failed, or how much you've struggled. What matters is how you think about it today. Your past doesn't have to define your future. You can change your money story. Start thinking like a millionaire, even if you don't feel like it yet. Take action as if you already are one. Over time, your beliefs will catch up with your actions. Now, here's a simple exercise to rewire your money mindset. Number 1, recognize your beliefs. Write down any negative beliefs you have about money. For example, money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy. Then rewrite them with a positive spin. Money flows where value is created. Wealth is a tool to improve lives. I am worthy of abundance. Number 2, practice gratitude for what you have. Even if you're not where you want to be financially, be grateful for what you have right now. Gratitude attracts abundance. I'm grateful for the job I have. I'm grateful for the skills I'm learning. I'm grateful for the progress I'm making towards my financial goals. Number 3, visualize your success. See it before it happens. Picture yourself wealthy, living your ideal life, and impacting others. Visualization is a powerful tool to shape your reality. I see myself living a life of abundance. I see myself making a positive impact on the world. I see myself achieving my financial goals with ease and grace. And look, I want you to take a mini call to action right now. I want you to follow these steps. Number 1, right now, write down one limiting belief you've held about money. For example, money is hard to come by. Number 2, now rewrite that belief in an empowering, abundant way. I can create wealth through my work. I am open to receiving unexpected financial blessings. Number 3, repeat that thought out loud every day for the next 30 days. Start believing your new story. So remember, your mindset is the key to unlocking your millionaire potential. If you think like a millionaire, you'll act like one and you'll eventually become one. Section 9, action over ideas. How to stop dreaming and start doing. Do you have this issue where you come up with a million ideas and plans, but rarely follow through? Do you have a habit of overthinking and overanalyzing every decision? If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with turning our ideas into reality, but it doesn't have to be this way. In this section, we will address the problem of too much planning and not enough action. We'll teach you how to stop dreaming and start doing, how to turn your ideas into reality, and how to stop overthinking and start living. Here's a fact: ideas alone will not make you rich. Action will. The most successful people in the world don't just think about things, they do. They take consistent, deliberate actions that move them closer to their goals every single day. On the other hand, many of us get stuck in a cycle of endless planning and overthinking. We get so caught up in the details that we forget to take action. And as the famous quote goes, a goal without a plan is just a wish. While it's important to have a plan, it's even more crucial to take action. Now let's talk about the first concept, the paradox of planning. We live in a world where planning is worshipped, but action is what gets results. Successful people know this, and they embrace the power of action. Let me ask you a question. Are you a dreamer or a doer? How many times have you sat down with a notebook full of great ideas and never followed through? Taking action is essential to achieving success. You have to act, even when you don't feel ready. Let's move on to the second concept, the law of massive action. The law of massive action is simple. Act fast. Act big. Keep acting. Taking action is the shortcut to success. If you want results, you have to start doing something, anything. When it comes to taking action, There's no perfect time. Waiting for the right time is just a way of saying, I'm waiting for the stars to align for me to succeed. The truth is, you need to make your own luck. Stop waiting for the perfect plan and start now. Remember, you can always refine your plan as you go. The key is to start taking action as soon as possible. Real-world example. The serial entrepreneur Sarah was a serial entrepreneur who struggled with fear of failure. She would spend months, sometimes years, perfecting her business idea before taking any action. She believed that if she just put in more time and effort into planning, she would eventually be ready to launch. However, after seeking advice from mentors and coaches, she realized that she wasn't failing because she was doing something wrong. She was failing because she wasn't doing anything at all. So Sarah decided to take massive action. She stopped overthinking and started doing. She launched her business, even though she wasn't ready. She knew that she would never be truly ready, and she was right. Things didn't go smoothly at first. There were setbacks and failures. But within 6 months, she was making money, building her network, and learning faster than she would have if she had just kept preparing. Now let's move on to the third concept, the 5-second rule. This is a powerful mental technique that can help you take action quickly without overthinking. Here's how it works. If you wait more than 5 seconds to act on something, your brain will find a reason not to do it. For example, if you want to send an email, your mind might start racing with thoughts like, what if they don't like my idea? What if it's too much work? What if I'm not good enough? These thoughts can easily stop you from taking action. That's where the 5-second rule comes in. Here it is. Count down from 5. As soon as you reach 1, take action. Want to send that email? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send. Want to start that workout? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move. The key is to act fast. The 5-second rule helps you bypass your overthinking mind and take action quickly. Now let's move on to the fourth concept. Start with one action. You don't need a perfect strategy. What you need is one action that gets you started. You can't steer a ship that isn't moving. The more action you take, the clearer your direction becomes. But it all starts with one step. When you break things down into smaller actions, it becomes easier to take that first step. Once you start moving, the rest will follow. Finally, let's discuss how to take immediate action. In a nutshell, it comes down to 3 simple steps. Step 1. Remove excuses. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, it's never going to happen. Decide to start right now, even with the bare minimum. Step 2. Make it simple. Break down your actions into small, manageable steps. Don't overwhelm yourself with the entire process, just one small thing. Step 3. Celebrate progress. Every step forward is progress. Celebrate small wins and keep the momentum going. Now it's time for a mini call to action. Think of one thing you've been procrastinating on, something small that can push you forward. Right now, take that first action. If it's sending an email, sending a text, scheduling something, or even just writing a plan, take that action now. Remember, the first step is often the hardest, but once you get started, you'll gain momentum and motivation to keep going. Don't wait another minute. Start today and watch your dreams take flight. Section 10. Building your legacy. Making wealth work for you. This is where we take everything we've learned so far and elevate it to the next level. If you want to create wealth that isn't just for you, but for generations, you need to start thinking about legacy. What is legacy? A legacy isn't just about money. It's about values, impact, and influence. It's about creating something that outlasts you, something that continues to provide for others long after you're gone. The richest people on earth understand this concept. They don't just build businesses for the moment. They build them to last. They create systems, pass on knowledge, and invest in people. Real-world example. Look at Warren Buffett. Warren didn't just accumulate wealth. He's built systems that compound wealth for generations. He has structured his companies and investments in a way that they will continue to generate income and build wealth long after he has gone. What he has done with his wealth is as important as what he has done to create it. He's made wealth a tool for long-term growth. The key to building wealth that works for you. Here's the secret. Wealth that works for you is invested in systems that generate passive income. Think about your income. Do you have a job? Or do you have assets? Are you working for money? Or is money working for you? If you want true freedom, you need to build something that doesn't require your daily input to grow. Building income streams that last. Invest in assets that appreciate. Don't just save money. Make your money work for you. Invest in real estate, stocks, or businesses that increase in value over time. Create scalable businesses. Focus on creating businesses or services that can scale without requiring your constant involvement. Products, online courses, apps, and investments can continue to generate income passively. Focus on building teams. Wealth grows faster with teams. Surround yourself with the best people to scale your vision and ideas. Your legacy starts today. Building wealth is not just for you. It's for your family, your community, and the future generations who will look back and thank you for what you've built. Start with this question: what do you want to leave behind? What impact do you want to make? The power of multi-generational wealth. One of the biggest myths about wealth is that it has to be a one-generation thing. You can create wealth that spans generations. You can build something that provides for your children, grandchildren, and beyond. When you think about legacy, you might think it's something for the ultra-rich, something that only applies to people with millions or even billions of dollars. But here's the truth: legacy starts with you. It begins with the values you hold, the impact you want to make, and the difference you want to create in the world. And while yes, having abundant wealth helps to magnify your legacy, it's not the only way to leave a lasting impact. You can have a profound legacy with whatever resources you have available to you. Legacy planning tips. Get clear on your values. What's important to you? Start with the values that matter most to you and integrate them into how you build wealth. Systems, not just savings. Investing in businesses, building assets that appreciate, and creating income streams that are self-sustaining is the key to long-term wealth. Pass on knowledge. Don't just leave money behind. Leave a blueprint. Teach your children, friends, and family how to manage wealth and make smart financial decisions. We often think of legacies as something tangible, like a huge donation to a charity or a foundation that bears your name. But your legacy is also about the intangible, the values you embody, the impact you create in the lives of others, and the ripple effect that extends far beyond your own lifetime. Mini call to action. Take a moment today to think about your legacy. What kind of wealth do you want to build? How will you ensure it grows and lasts? Start creating that legacy now. Take one small step, even if it is simply writing down your vision for your family or creating a strategy for your financial future. Section 11. The art of scaling. Turning your wealth into an empire. Now that we've established the foundation, it's time to take your wealth and scale it into something massive. In this video, we're diving deep into Section 11. The art of scaling. Turning your wealth into an empire. Think of scaling as the bridge between where you are and where you want to be financially. It's not just about having money. It's about creating a financial ecosystem that supports your lifestyle and sets you up for long-term success. So why should you care about scaling? Why is it so important? First, scaling offers incredible financial rewards. As you expand your wealth, you open doors to new opportunities, investments, and experiences that would otherwise remain out of reach. Imagine owning multiple properties, building generational wealth, or having the financial freedom to pursue your passions without limitations. Second, scaling provides stability and resilience. Just like an octopus with its multiple arms, having diversified streams of income acts as a safety net. If one source dries up, you have others to fall back on. This is especially crucial in times of economic uncertainty or personal setbacks. And let's not forget about the time it buys you back. Scaling your wealth means that your money works harder so you don't have to. You can enjoy more leisure time, pursue hobbies, or even start new ventures without being tied down by the need to constantly hustle. Now let's explore how to harness the power of scaling to build your financial empire. The first step is to leverage people. People often say, you can't do it alone. And it's true. Scaling requires a team. You need experts who complement your skills and bring fresh perspectives to the table. Look for individuals who are passionate, skilled, and share your vision. Remember, your success is not defined by the size of your paycheck. It's defined by the impact you make and the value you provide to others. So invest in your people, empower them, and watch your wealth grow as a result. Next, leverage money. Money has the power to unlock doors that would otherwise remain closed. When you invest wisely, you can amplify your financial impact without putting your hard-earned cash at risk. Explore different asset classes such as stocks, bonds, or even alternative investments. Consider starting a side hustle or investing in a business that aligns with your interests and values. But remember, when it comes to investing, knowledge is key. Don't be afraid to seek advice from financial professionals and continue learning. Your financial future is worth it. Then leverage technology. In today's digital age, technology is a powerful ally for scaling. From social media to e-commerce platforms, there are countless tools at your disposal. Embrace automation, data-driven decision-making, and online communities to amplify your reach and impact. Stay curious, experiment with new technologies, and never stop learning. Finally, leverage your brand. Your personal brand is a valuable asset. Nurture your reputation, showcase your expertise, and build a strong online presence. This can lead to exciting opportunities, collaborations, and even investments. Whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, or a professional, let your unique voice shine. Share your story, engage with your audience, and build meaningful connections. As you leverage these 4 essential elements, remember to stay adaptable. Be open to feedback and embrace continuous improvement. Scaling is not a destination, but a journey of growth, learning, and empowerment. So my friends, the path to financial freedom is within your grasp. Are you ready to take the next step? As we wrap up this challenge, I want you to reflect on the knowledge you've gained. Think about the actions you've taken and consider how much closer you've gotten to your financial goals. Remember, you have the power to shape your financial future. Keep moving forward, keep learning, and never lose sight of your dreams. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Together, we can achieve financial freedom. Here's a little assignment for you. Think about the one system in your life or business that could be scaled. What could you automate today? What resources can you leverage? Take one step towards scaling, whether that's delegating, investing, or automating. Let's dive into financial freedom together. Welcome to Section 12, Mastering Financial Freedom, the journey to living life on your terms. You've been working hard, scaling, and building your wealth. Now it's time to get to the most important part, true financial freedom. So what is financial freedom? It's not about having more money. It's about being in control of your money and having the ability to do what you want when you want. It's about having the power to make choices without being tied down by financial obligations. Think about Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. He is financially free. It's not just because he's worth billions of dollars, but because he designed his life and business around freedom. He chooses the projects he works on. He travels the world and lives life on his own terms. Richard didn't just build wealth. He built freedom. And that's what financial freedom is all about. Having the ability to choose. The ability to say yes to opportunities that excite you and to say no to those that don't align with your vision. Financial freedom means having the confidence that no matter what happens, you can handle it because you've got your financial foundation covered. And achieving this level of freedom is a journey that unfolds in stages. Stage 1, independence. At this stage, you have enough assets to cover your living expenses without depending on a job or active income. It's like having a safety net that lets you sleep well at night knowing that even if your income stream stops today, you're good for a while. This stage is about building wealth and creating passive income streams. Stage 2, building wealth beyond expenses. In this stage, your wealth exceeds your lifestyle costs, and your money is working for you in more diverse and scalable ways. You might have multiple passive income streams, and your investments are generating solid returns. Now it's about expansion and thinking bigger. It's about using your financial resources to create even more opportunities for yourself. Stage 3, creating lasting impact. At this stage, you're no longer just accumulating wealth for yourself. You're using your resources to create a broader impact on your community or the world. Maybe you're funding research to find cures for diseases or supporting organizations that protect the environment. You're not just building wealth. You're becoming a legacy creator. Stage 4, complete freedom. Finally, the 4th stage is complete freedom. You're free from financial stress. Money flows into your life in abundance, and your choices are driven by passion and purpose, not survival. You can spend your time doing what you love and contributing to causes you believe in. This is true freedom. But how do you get there? What are the steps to achieving financial freedom today? Step 1, cut unnecessary expenses. Freedom begins with eliminating financial waste. Start by trimming unnecessary costs that don't contribute to your future. Small, seemingly insignificant expenses add up over time. So start by cutting back on those that don't align with your long-term goals. Freeing up that cash gives you more room to invest. Step 2, invest in assets that appreciate. To achieve financial freedom, You need your money to work for you, not the other way around. Invest in assets such as real estate, stocks, or businesses that can appreciate and generate income. The key is to diversify your investments to create a solid foundation for your financial future. Step 3. Master passive income. True financial freedom is achieved when your income doesn't rely on you working every day. Create multiple income streams that generate money for you whether you're working or not. This could include rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or even royalties from intellectual property. Step 4. Mindful of lifestyle inflation. As your income grows, be cautious of lifestyle inflation. It's easy to spend more as you earn more, but if your spending increases at the same rate, you'll only end up working more to maintain your lifestyle. Stay focused on accumulating assets rather than funding a lavish lifestyle. Achieving financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. Start with small steps today and watch them compound into a fulfilling and prosperous future. Remember, freedom is a choice. It requires intentionality and a long-term vision. You don't need to be rich to be free. You just need to be smart with what you have and prioritize your goals. So you're ready to take charge of your financial future. Let's dive into the actionable steps you can start today. Step number 1, track your spending. To gain control over your finances, you must know where every dollar goes. Analyze your spending patterns and be brutally honest with yourself. Cut back on non-essential expenses and channel those funds towards your freedom goals. You'll be amazed at how quickly these small changes can add up. So take the first step today. Start tracking your spending and make conscious choices about where your money goes. Every dollar you save brings you one step closer to financial freedom. Step 2, start investing now. Don't wait any longer to begin investing. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll reach your financial goals. It's never too early or too late to begin. Begin with a small investment in areas such as stocks or real estate. As you gain experience, you can expand your portfolio. Remember, investing involves risks, but with proper research and due diligence, you can mitigate those risks and increase your chances of success. Take action today. Open an investment account and invest in your future self. Every investment, no matter the size, is a step towards financial independence. Step 3. Create a vision for your freedom. What does freedom mean to you? Is it quitting your job, traveling the world, or running your own business? Whatever it is, write it down and start planning for it. Having a clear vision will keep you motivated and focused on your financial goals. Break down your long-term vision into smaller, achievable steps. This will make your goals more manageable and provide a roadmap for achieving financial freedom. Start planning today. Create a vision board, set financial milestones, and track your progress. Having a plan will help you stay accountable and motivated on your journey towards financial freedom. And here's a mini call to action. Take one concrete step today towards financial freedom. Whether it's eliminating a small expense, setting up an investment account, or simply researching ways to create passive income, do something today that gets you one step closer to the life you want. Your journey towards financial freedom begins with a single step. So take that step today. Let go of any fears or doubts and embrace the challenges that lie ahead. Remember, financial freedom is within your reach. Keep moving forward and never give up on your dreams. And there you have it, the principles and mindset shifts you need to embrace to achieve financial freedom. Apply these lessons to your life and watch your wealth grow. But remember, money is not the ultimate measure of success. Use your wealth to create a positive impact and make a difference in the world. Keep building, keep growing, and keep living a life that reflects your values and priorities. Thank you for listening. Keep your momentum high and come back for more knowledge and actionable guidance on creating the life you deserve.